actually hold that property a little longer than your expected exit.
Depends on the property.
Totally depends on the area and all that stuff. But I really, truly, I don't stand by this. I don't believe you can make a mistake in real estate. I think you just got to hold that property a little bit longer than you plan. If you plan on selling it in 5 years, 10 years, first of all, who thinks that in after 5 years, you should sell that house? I don't. I think every house, who thinks you should keep a house for 25 years? Yeah, good, I'm so glad no one put their hand up. The life expectancy of a house, in my opinion, is 8 to 10 years. After 8 to 10 years, you should really consider selling that house. Why?
Maintenance.
Pardon? Maintenance. Absolutely. Why else? You can actually triple your herd. So I own a buffalo farm. I've talked about this often. I own a buffalo farm. We have 100 head of buffalo up north. And so these buffalo is when they get to a certain age, so they'll produce, but when they get to a certain age, they're worth like $5,000. And I can sell that buffalo for $5,000 and go buy 3 calves, yearlings, for $1,500, or whatever the math is. So I actually triple my herd in that example. So you can take a house and in 10 years sell it, the next 10 years you'll have $100,000 because of mortgage buy down. And then you sell that, you get your original principal payment back, call it $100,000. You have $100,000 of mortgage buy down, that's $200,000. Now you just double your herd. Sell that house, crystallize your earnings, and go buy another one. So the average life expectancy of a house should be 8 to 10 years. Make sense? Most people think that you have to hold on to it for 25, 30 years. That's not the case. The object of the game is to get a house clear title as fast as possible. So now in 8 years, 10 years, you take that house, sell it, go buy one more house, but now you put $200,000 into it. Risk goes down, cash flow goes up, reward goes higher, retirement gets sooner. That could be a strategy. I'm not saying it is, but it could be. Okay? So at the end of the day, remove emotion, because if you have emotion in, you'll lose. Mistakes happen.
Yep.
You overpay, buy the wrong house,
Yep.
headaches for the next 5, 10 years, so on and so on, right? How do you keep how do you keep clients from getting emotion into the deal? And hang on. When do you have emotion in the deal? What kind of buyer do you need to be, or what are you buying when you have emotion?
Your first home, the home that you fall in love with.
Yeah, that's you're living in.
Yeah. When it's a rental property, it's a business. You have to run it like a business. And cash flow is what you look for all day long. So you want to maximize that. So putting emotions in your rental property, it's not.
Whether you're dealing with the tenant or buying, no emotion.
No.
We talk about it all the time.
All day long.
So when you want to add the emotion?
When you're dealing with, like, your agent is the one, like,
right.
hire an agent that knows how to work with the other agent to work into your favor.
Because when you've been working with me, and Keith, you can chime in anytime you want. You've been working with me for a while, as is Keith. And when you find a house for me, what's the first thing you do, aside from go look at it? You don't call me.
No, I build a rapport with the listing agent. I find out where the weaknesses are with the seller, if they disclose anything, and that works for our opportunity, for our guy.
Absolutely, because what is he doing? He's building emotion in. He's building emotion into the selling agents.
Sometimes I text the listing agent pictures of my kids.
Absolutely.
Figure out what you're doing this for. Why are you doing this? Right? And
you seriously text the listing agent?
I'll show you the text.
Saying, hey, I need to make some money.
Totally.
No, but at the end of the day, what it is needs versus wants. So
absolutely.
The thing I like about what Vince and Keith do really, really well is we just don't throw offers. So when we put an offer on a house, we know what it is, their timelines are. What we try to find really hard what makes them tick. Yeah. We try to understand, is it price? Because it's not always about that. Is it timeline? Sometimes we put an offer on a house and the seller just didn't want to provide an RPR. Great. I'll pay for the RPR. It's $600 or $1,000. I called Keith. Keith ordered the RPR and the deal was done. Everyone else I was trying to figure out, it was always this negotiation.
Most buyers want an RPR.
Real property report.
Real property report, and most buying agents are just, look, let's not buy this house, might have issues. Right. And guess what? Jared saved himself $10K.
Yeah, because we got a better deal.
We got a better deal.
Yeah.
So that's how you buy it, right?
Yeah, that's how you buy it. But we don't. But it's all about building a connection, understanding what their needs versus wants are, because they're different. They're not the same. what a person's needs are not what their wants are. A realtor, an agent comes in and sets their wants, because they'll come in and say this house is worth 465. Go back to that story. That agent came in and said this house is worth 465. Here's what the comps are. That